Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the strength to take the right action in the face of the terrifying. You became a soldier, knowing that that choice could result in your death, and risking your life is part of your job description. That shows you have courage. Honor can be defined as integrity in one's actions, to act in accordance with what one knows is right, regardless of the consequences. The most important time to maintain one's honor is in questions of life and death. And the question of whether or not to go to war is the ultimate question of life and death. Not just for yourself and for your brothers, but for those who will be on the receiving end of your weapon. You must answer this question yourself, because following orders does not remove your responsibility. If you realize that the war that you're going to be ordered to fight is based on a lie, and that it will be waged to benefit a criminal syndicate that cares nothing for your life or for those that you will be forced to kill, what would be the honorable thing to do? For a disciplined soldier, there's one thing that is more frightening than the risk of death, and that's the prospect of defying a direct order. The pressure to obey in the military is a force which civilians cannot even begin to comprehend. To challenge that force would require courage and a commitment to honor that few men possess. To be confronted with the fact that you're about to be ordered to commit an atrocity must be extremely uncomfortable, but the consequences of avoiding that confrontation are unacceptable. If you are part of the US military or any of the other NATO member militaries, in the next year or so, you are very likely to be ordered to deploy to Iran or to fly drones or bombing missions in the country. The powers that be have been building up a propaganda campaign for this war for some time now, claiming that Iran is attempting to build a nuclear weapon. Weapons of mass destruction. Sound familiar? They're pushing this agenda even though the CIA and Mossad have attested to the fact that Iran is not even pursuing nuclear weaponry. And even though China and Russia have warned over and over that such an attack would not be tolerated. Any sane individual would take warnings like this very seriously, considering that China and Russia have thousands of nuclear weapons capable of reaching the US. With those running the show, they don't care. They want control of Iran because Iran holds the third largest oil reserves in the world. And they are willing to sacrifice your life, the life of your battle buddies, and the lives of hundreds of thousands, perhaps even millions of men, women, and children to get it. And if China and Russia get involved, some of those children might be your own. They think you're stupid enough to fall for the same scam that they pulled in Iraq, yet again.
Nope, no weapons over there.
And they're counting on you to be too afraid to stand up against them, even if you do figure it out. I speak for many people when I ask you to please prove them wrong. The heroes of this conflict will not be those who obey the criminal orders, but those who have the courage to refuse.
But at the end of the day, if we don't get it done the way the administration is working on it now, which I totally agree with, then we ought to take them out. Secretary General.
Well, we're working hard. We're working hard.
I said at the end of the day. The end of the day may be next year. It will be. It will be next year.